Close the door?
No, it's nothing secret, and there's not that many people in here, but it's still warm. I guess from the previous talks. So there are at least some people in here that I don't recognize. That's nice. The rest of you all know what I'm going to say, right?
Who are you?
Let me start with, how many of you managed to actually be in here for every talk today?
I mean, who never left?
How many talks did we have?
Six.
So how many were here for 5 talks? 4? There we go. 3?
Partly.
Well, yeah, keep my hand.
Well, yeah. 2?
I was in the door open. Does that count?
Who has not been in here today until now? Oh, well.
Essentially.
Oh, yeah. That's the downside. Now it's not full. Now you can go get your friends. Because now we're not like, oh, see? It worked. You could go get your friend. Here's your new friend.
Hi, friends.
Yeah, for those who are wondering, we're not going to do this for 45 minutes. We're just going to do a short wrap-up and hand out some information. You've all seen this one. We started with this yesterday, for those of you who were there. Please tell everybody that you liked what we did. Hopefully you did. Please tell everybody that the room was full.
Yes.
So maybe we'll get a bigger room next year. It does probably help to post on Twitter.
Yeah, you have to complain at FOSDEM.
Yes, or hashtag FOSDEM, or but preferably to @FOSDEM, and let them know that this room was actually turn people away. It's happened before. It's probably going to happen again, regardless of the size of the room. But anything that we can do and that you can help us do, we're actually getting a bigger room. So have a lot of people who are interested. God knows why. So how many of you guys in here are members of Postgres Europe? Okay, that is pretty good. Keep your hands up. Now those of you who voted in the elections, take your hands down. Boo, boo, boo. You should have voted in the elections. We closed the elections last night, so it's now too late. And we had 26 people who voted. Probably, I saw at least 15 in here, so that's good. You're all here. That's 26 people out of, we have 66 members. Sorry, we have 67 members. Someone paid his membership 5 minutes ago. But we have 66 paying members. We don't actually know, a few of those may not be allowed to vote because you had to be a member for 3 months, I think it is, before the elections in order to be allowed to vote. Or it's 1 month, but something like that. But it's 60-ish members who could have voted, so we didn't get even half. That's kind of bad. So those of you who didn't vote the last time, we will have a new election next year. Please remember to vote. It does actually matter. This year we had 3 people who are stepping down from the board. I think they're all here. I see 2 of them right here. Ah, there is the last one. Dave Page, Andreas Scherbaum, and Guillaume Lelage, who have all been with us for quite a while by now. But thank you guys for a lot of hard work. It's been fun working with you guys, and it's good to have a lot of work. So we had an election. We voted in 3 new board members. So welcome our new board members, Dave Page, Guillaume Lelage, and Andreas Scherbaum.
We actually sorted it around.
I did sort it around. This is actually the order by number of votes. It's not a big difference. In number of votes, that is, or in the sorting. I don't know what the previous sorting was. I think it was alphabetical. But this just means there's more work for you. So you didn't manage to get out. We didn't have any more than these 3 candidates this year. We'd like to see more candidates. So the rest of you, you should consider for next time around either standing for election yourself or convincing somebody else to do it.
Was there a call for candidates?
There was a call for candidates in November or December, something like that. The full process is listed on the website with its a certain amount of nominations and then weeks of wherever, and we'll be posting it around early December, I think. Typically the process starts, and the goal will be next year as well. Well, we haven't decided that, but we're going to decide that the goal is again going to be to have the elections finish approximately at FOSDEM. So we can do the announcement here.
Next time.
I will be standing down next time. That's what Gabriella will be doing. So this is your chance to get rid of me.
End his reign of terror. Somebody stand against him.
Yes. Please do that. So we've been here for How many of you were here yesterday for the Postgres dedicated event? Okay, that's most of you, but not all of you. Have you had enough yet? No, you want more events. You want more events. I know that. You haven't had enough. We do have a number of upcoming events. Some of you who were in the General Assembly will already know about most of these. I think we talked about 2 of them at least. We have the Nordic PG Day in Stockholm, Sweden on March 20. If you're anywhere near the Nordics, and I think that goes down to approximately Rome and up north of that, and you know anything east of San Francisco is near. It's a one-day, one-track conference, sort of like the one that we had yesterday. The call for papers is open. Please submit. The conference language, it's in Sweden, but the conference language will be English. Because, you know, there are strange people who don't speak Swedish. Or you can learn.
People to speak Swedish to run a conference in Swedish.
Try Finnish, okay?
You get, if you submit the talk in Finnish, I will approve it immediately.
Speaking Swedish.
Huh?
Do I have to speak in Swedish?
No, you have to speak in Danish. Early bird registration is also open. If you want to, you know, take a chance and actually register before there is a schedule. I think the CFP is open for 5 or 6 more days, so move quickly. We do want to see more submissions. We'd love to see people who are not necessarily from the Nordic region joining us as well, even though our focus is obviously, as you can almost tell from the name, on the Nordic region. So that's in March 20. The next event that we know about that we have around Europe is the French PG Day. I think they're moving into the same kind of problems that we did with the European PG Day, is that the French PG Day is now 2 days. We renamed the European PG Day when we got to 3 days. We figured 2 days, that's still basically just 1 day and a nap.
New York's still PG Day, right? 2
Yeah.
days.
No, they renamed.
What do you rename?
So this one is on June 5th and 6th in Toulon, in France. The CFP is open here as well. At least it's supposed to be open, because I was promised it would be open in January. This one will be in French language. I don't know, they might accept, you know, 1 or 2 speakers that don't speak French, but the conference itself is in French. So if you don't know French, it's still on the French Riviera. You can just go there anyway.
It's your chance to submit in Danish.
You submit in Danish, I'm sure they'll be happy. And you can just, you know, hang out on the beach. A few weeks after that, we have the Swiss Postgres conference. Now these guys are calling it a conference, but it's 1 day. So they're clearly setting it up for the future. It will be in Rapperswil, but close enough. It's in Switzerland.
Nice city, by the way.
On June 24th, the CFP is open for this one as well. So please submit there. They will have both German, English, and French. And 2 tracks?
2 tracks.
2 tracks. And you'll have to, you know, gamble to see which language it actually turns out in your track. But so do submit for these guys as well. Rapperswil, for those who don't know, is close to Zurich, so it's not in the middle of nowhere. But you say about half an hour on a train?
No, it's not that far.
Not even that.
It's actually very nicely situated on Lake Zurich, directly to campus, and it's beautiful. If the talks are boring, you can go out for a walk.
Yeah, it's a nice
He's a good
place.
salesman.
So that works, and you can go to the French one and you go to the beach, or you can go to the Nordic one and there might be snow and there's probably ice on the water, but there's probably a sauna around and stuff like that.
You can skate, right?
Or you can skate.
You can skate.
Not probably on the open water, you drown, but that would be sad. So we are also going to have a Postgres Conference Europe. Many of you have been to them, I am sure. We will guarantee that we will hold this somewhere in Europe. And we will actually go further than that and say continental Europe.
Maybe.
We've told a couple of people that it's continental Europe, so it's not going to be Britain and Ireland again. That's pretty much all we can tell you at this point. We are currently searching for venues and trying to sign contracts. We don't announce the location until we know for sure. We've made that mistake once. We're not going to do it again. But we're hoping to have an announcement of an actual location and an exact date in maybe a month or 2. It's that sort of time frame. But our target is, again, the same time of the year that we typically do this, which is sort of second half of October, first half of November-ish. We don't know exactly when yet, because it depends on when we can find availability at a good venue. But it will be one of those, so stay tuned. You'll find the information. Subscribe to the PGEU general mailing list. You'll get the information there. We have a Twitter account. I think Dave set us up with some sort of Facebook page thingy. That's his thing. Yeah, you did. That's what he does. But so follow us on those to find out where it is. It will follow the same pattern that we've done before. We're looking for 3 days of conference, 1 day of training ahead of it, and as many of you as we can possibly fit. We're hoping to hit 7,000 or maybe 300. One of those two. And that is actually all that I have. Did I forget something?
Germany?
I haven't been given any information about the German conference. You haven't?
There will be a German conference.
Okay, there will be a German conference. It will most likely be in Germany.
And an Italian one.
And an Italian one? Okay, there will be an Italian conference. Anyone else with a conference? Oh yeah, hang on. There's a Prague Postgres Developer Day on Thursday.
Yes.
Good. Be there and have a beer with me. And Slonik, maybe. If we can get him back there. So that's all we're going to say. We have the desk. How many of you have not visited our desk yet? Okay, 1 or 2 of you. We're over in the AW building, which is sort of way over on the other side. But we'll be there all day tomorrow. A t-shirt, get yourself a fleece, an elephant, a bug, a mug, a pen, a hat, a tattoo. Lots of things you can get there.
Many of them free.
Many of them free. Yes. Are there any random questions that is somewhat related to Postgres or Postgres Europe or anything like that? In that case, I shall release you to go have beer. Not you. Well, thank you all for showing up.
I need 2 people to help me with the video equipment, please.
First you need to get rid of the tape.
No, this space for tomorrow.
So we need to get, I think we need to get...
Oh, there you are. Have you signed up for a Postgres Europe membership?
I have not.
You should. It's only €10 for 2 years.
By the desk tomorrow. Yeah, we're going to...